Alrighty, we're back today here at the Dyer Cemetery. I'm gonna walk down here, kind of take a look and see if there's a way to back down here without disturbing anything, because I don't really want to carry all that much down here to it. It's a long way down here, but you can see the back of it. It's covered in lichens and mold, moss, whatever. You can tell underneath there is a bright, shiny marble. And even up in here, I mean, up in here is really smooth too. It just needs some like tender love and care. But I think, honestly, if we could get a little of that cleaned off there, would go a long way. So, I mean, it's just beautiful, but it just needs to be clean. And I'm not sure, to be honest with you, how long ago it's been cleaned, or since the last time it was clean. It says, thy memory shall something, a guiding star to heaven. Maybe that says thy memory shall. Anyway, we'll figure it out once I get it clean. Once I spray some of that contact cleaner on there, or that cleaner on there, it should help. The more I'm looking at it, it's a multi piece stone. As you can see down there, right there's one piece. Then there's the second piece, third piece. That looks like a fourth piece, and the final one's a fifth piece. So this may actually be a multi-layer, multi-stone headstone. It was donated by the Woodman in the World Memorial. Not sure when it was put here. I'm sure he had a different headstone than that originally. But yeah, I'm gonna try to clean that up, because I'm not sure what kind of stone we're working with there. I know it's marble up top on that one part, and marble in some other places, but we'll have to figure that one out here in a little bit. I got to figure out a way to possibly back down here, so I'm not having to walk so far. So give me just a few minutes, we'll get this thing set up. Okay, well, everything's here. I opted today to wear the knee pads instead of that pad. A lot of times that pad just gets annoying because it's in the way. Half the time it doesn't do what it's supposed to, and it just gets really annoying. But I'm gonna wash this down, and mainly just wash it down to get some of that grass and stuff that's on there, get it off, make my job a little bit easier. I will say the one thing that I do not like about this whole sprayer setup, and I love the sprayer, I just don't like the way that it connects to the back of you, because whenever you go to put it up, you have to put it up in just a certain way, and if it's not put in a certain way, it doesn't want to work right. And so it's kind of a royal pain, to say the least. This is just to knock some of the grass off and also help a little bit. whenever it comes to giving a little bit of layer of something wet on the stone. That way, whenever whenever it gets put on there, it gets cleaner. I will say, let me get this up for a second. If you look right here, there's already a crack that has formed over the years, and that'll be something that we'll probably have to address at a later time. But right now, I'm just going to worry about trying to get what I can clean, and then we'll work on the rest as it goes on. Isn't that crazy how much junk is just right there, and I haven't even sprayed anything except water? But yeah, there's a lot of lichens and everything else, and so just starting out, looking like this could possibly be a very nice cleanup. So let me get started, and I'm going to go ahead and get that spray. And let's see, put this down real quick. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. But the other sprayer has the solution in it, and I really want to focus on mainly the front and the back, and I'll clean where that one spot is. It looks like it's got a crack. That way we can see how far in there it actually is. I have to say that I'm so glad I got a different sprayer than this cheesy special here. I will never again buy one of these because it didn't come with a handle, or not a handle, but an arm bill or anything, and I've had to jerry rig it to modify it to work for what I'm doing. But as you see, I'm spraying. I'm not putting a super thick coat on it, but I'm making sure that everything is getting uniformly sprayed, because we're not necessarily trying to do this all at once. So this little bit that I'm adding here is just going to be kind of a catalyst to what we'll do later. I mean, as this sits, the longer it sits, the rain and Mother Nature kind of starts taking its course, and so that makes my job a little easier. And get the good old Dr. Pepper out of there. Just makes everything a lot easier. I'm gonna go ahead and fill one of these buckets. Well, fill this bucket up with water, so I can put my brushes in it, because I like to have water in at least the bucket, so that way I can use it for because I have those brushes I'll put in here, the brushes and then the little scrapers, and I have all that in here just to wipe it down. I'm going to use this old jug of, well, it's got water in it now, but it used to have cleaner in it, but it's just got water now. I'm going to put some in here some water in here also, so that way I've got, once I start cleaning on it by hand, I can use this to wash it down instead of getting the heavy sprayer out and putting it through using this battery, because I definitely don't want to use the battery up too much. Definitely till I had some of the chemical or cleaner. I keep calling it a chemical, but it's not really a chemical. It's more or less just a like cleaner. I mean, I've seen people use it on like tile and stuff at their house, and seemed to work good there. So I don't see why it wouldn't work here. Yeah, that's what I have that there for. And my knee pads, well, they didn't do what they were supposed to. And I forgot, whenever I put this on here, I was supposed to, let me go back. I was supposed to set the time for 15 minutes. We'll do 13. Start it now. You're supposed to have it there for 15 minutes, and that way it gives it time to do its thing. I guess I'll walk around and show you all a little bit out here. Here's one right here that needs to be adjusted because it's sitting that way, but it also needs cleaned up. It's really, that's actually a really easy one. It'd be an easy one to clean. The only problem is that these rough surfaces on the side, whenever they do the rough coats, that makes it a little bit more difficult to clean. This one here was a baby. I always try to clean the baby's headstones. I don't know if it looks like a family crest. That is, possibly. That is neat. That's going to be my next project, folks. That right there, that's going to be my next one. So we'll keep that in mind, but I'm not going to waste the battery on all of this. You can kind of see out there where all the rest of them are at that I'll have to eventually, address, especially that one there that's got 3 pieces. But this one I want to work on next. So I'm going to let the detergent, we'll call it, do its thing for 15 minutes, and then when it gets there to 15 minutes, closer to that time, I'll kick y'all back on. Okay, so I've given it 15 minutes to kind of do its thing, and I'm gonna kind of lightly just go through here. A lot of this stuff can be scraped off with a plastic putty scraper. I try not to get it on you because it's gross, but on these areas where the cracks are at, just use the little putty knife that way. If you don't get them all, it's no biggie. Always go back. If it starts to dry up on you, just hit it with some more water. It's fine. Actually, using a little bit more water on it is probably going to make your job easier, simply because it's just a lot easier, because whenever it's dry, it's kind of a pain to deal with. But yeah, this one I think is actually going to turn out really nice. What I thought was multi-colored or multi types of stone, actually some of them do look like they're one particular stone and not just several. So I don't know, this one's kind of got me a little perplexed, even because usually they're not this forgiving and they usually don't show you this much until you've cleaned a lot of it off. But as you can see, that's marble, and that's marble. So what I thought was granite or limestone is looking to be more and more like what I originally thought, which was kind of I originally thought it was marble, and then I got to thinking about it whenever I was on the way here, and I was like, I don't think it's all marble, because that just wouldn't make any sense. Well, what doesn't make any sense is it not being all marble. Specifically, I see no reason for it not to be all marble. I would think they would kind of keep it all a little uniform in nature and make it easier on them. This is one of them projects, like I was discussing with someone earlier. This is not a one-day project. This is a multi-day project. It may even take multiple trips out here. There's just too much surface area to do in one day for one person, and it's just not feasible. But it's easy enough to do that who's ever working on it didn't have it to wear themselves out. I mean, this is as easy as anybody could possibly get. The only issues that I see so far is just some of the little areas that are going to be kind of hard to get to. I will say that I'm glad this one has a lot of marble in it, because I think it'll turn out very, very nice. And I was looking at a child's headstone earlier, and one that that's gonna be next on my list of headstones that are kind of prioritized. In my head, they're prioritized in a certain way, but theoretically, a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just out here doing my thing. Like right now, I've already lost one of my things that I cleaned with. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. But yeah, on these heavy deposits like this, it's easy to knock them off there with a little bit of water, and sometimes a brass brush makes easy work of it, and then even a soft brush like this will help sometimes. A lot of times I've found it won't, mainly because this growth that's on it right now has to be addressed first. Mainly these right here, that needs to be addressed before anything, because it's such a heavy amount of deposit that it's just going to make this whole situation a lot harder if you don't clean that off first. Because as you can see, I mean, it's pretty underneath there once you get it cleaned up, but you have to get these heavy. I need to get that smaller one with these heavier deposits like this. It's just really, really simple to just do it that way. Makes really quick work of it and makes your job a lot easier. Plus, everything that I use is super delicate on these headstones. I don't use anything on here that's going to harm them. A lot of them that I've worked on have been, you know, almost impossible to clean. Some of them I've had to actually, well, you'll see it. I think on my group, you can see a lot of the ones that have been damaged by people that are just don't care and they vandalize stuff. And you know, it's weird because I was never that way. I was always raised to respect your elders and respect the dead, and so I don't really get that whole aspect of destroying somebody's headstone. To me, that just sounds stupid. And if somebody like that was one of my friends, I'd probably tell them, no, I'm not going to do that. And if they got mad, I'd find somebody else that was that could be my friend. Because honestly, there's no sense in defacing any marker. I don't care if it's just a junky marker, or in your mind if it's junky, or whoever. I deal with a lot of people that aren't particularly fans of people cleaning, and it's almost like it's a taboo kind of a thing, but really it's not. Like, I mean, this is done all over the world. I'm not the only one to do this, and honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, people tend to make it out more than what it has to be, but it's not that big of a deal. It's actually nice to get one of these that cleans up as easy as this one has so far. And some of these I have to go over a couple times with the brush, mainly because, or not the brush, but chemical detergent. I don't know why I keep calling it chemical, but sometimes I have to go over it twice just to get it clean, because there is spots that you'll miss, and there's spots like this right here that is going to take time. I mean, it's not going to be a one-day ordeal that you get all this 100% clean. So as time goes on, the weather kind of becomes your friend when it comes to cleaning these. And it looks like it could start storming again at some point in time, which would kind of stink for me, but in other ways it would be helpful. Like I said, that rainwater, even though it's, you know, hard water sometimes, beating down on this after it's got the detergent on it makes it a lot easier and will do the job for you a lot of times. And so I'm thankful whenever it rains in certain instances, because if it didn't, my job would be a lot more hectic and more of a pain in the neck. But anyways, you see how the way I'm doing it, I've got all these brushes and stuff. I've got it in that bucket of water. I do it that way, so that way I can clean the brushes off. And I have them in there, that way I know where they're at and I won't lose them. It's always good to be uniform in everything that you do and keep it going the same way. That way you're always remembering what you're doing. You're not having to question yourself on, hey, did I do this or did I not do this? So I'm going to try to get this a little bit cleaner, and then we'll bring you back and see what kind of progress has been made just in a few minutes time. Okay, you can kind of see now this is really just a kind of a test of what we're working with. It's going to take more than just one day, of course. I knew that going in, but the thing is the more I'm looking at it, the more it looks more apparent than that this is marble. Some places kind of makes me a little kind of interested, because there's like these little concretions that are on there, and some of them have gone even to here. So I don't know what that's from, but we'll have to find that out together. I kind of wanted to get this part done, mainly just the front, but it's going to rain here in just a few minutes, so I'm going to probably have to postpone it till tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, then the next day, because I want to see this done. I want to see it look nice, and it's not going to take hardly no time at all to get this nice looking again. It's just all a matter of getting this biological growth off here. I mean, as you can see, it's just mushy nastiness. Tilt y'all down a little bit. But yeah, mainly I'm trying to get these heavier deposits off. And you can see just by using this little thing here, it's getting most of that off and looking a lot better than it was. But that's just where the chemicals laid, and it's looking better already. So I'm going to get this part done, and then we'll think about that other part tomorrow. So let me get started on this before it starts really pouring on me, and we'll kind of decide from there, and I'll let y'all know. Okay, this is going to be my stopping point for today. I put one final coating on it on all sides. I brushed it down, and then this is what I'm going to do for today. I got to come back. Like I said originally, it's just one of them stones. It's massive. It's going to take more than just one day. So I wanted to give you all a little heads up. So this will be a two-part series here, because there's obviously more than just one day here, especially one day alone. But from what I have done, it looks a lot better than it did when I started. So with that, I'm going to end it here, and we're going to work on it, if not tomorrow, the next day. So we'll see you then.